Okay, we're back. Here to beat up an old fat woman.
Welcome back to Crash Bandicoot Unlimited. And when they say unlimited, they're talking about our cup size. You know what I'm saying, fellas?
When they're talking about unlimited, they're talking about the supply of glitches.
Yeah.
Alright, this has been Twinsanity. Bye.
We did it. Oodoo-dee-poo.
This is your favorite song?
Yeah, it's probably one of the better ones in the game.
Oh god, am I fucked? Oh yeah, you can shoot this. I forgot all about it. I gotta remember how this damn game works. Alright, and blop. Look at a fucking fat ass, Jesus. Thanks, camera, that's really what I want to see. How do you feel about this as a boss?
It's a little janky, but it's also one of the cooler feeling things in the game. One thing that I hate though is once you realize how, how you're not actually that high up, it kind of feels a little less cool. Like when you look down there and you realize the floor isn't really that far away.
I mean, oh yeah, the fact that they bothered putting a floor. Is that a floor? Or?
Yeah, I mean there is a hole in the middle, but
That's
like
weird.
there's like a.
Is this design kind of laid out weird or whatever?
I mean, this kind of has the same problem every boss in this game has. Like, once you know what you're doing, it's super way too easy, and like doesn't go on long enough probably. Like, that's a thing.
I'm not a fan of shit that stays too long.
Well, it's not like I don't want them to overstay their welcome, but like they feel like they're too short to be climactic.
Did you see?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, she's already dead. You mean?
Yeah.
I forgot to start the timer. So we're just gonna go from here. Maybe add like a minute.
Oh, it's not even that there's a hole, it's just reflective.
Yeah. Why would they bother doing that if they wanted to try to make it feel big? Here's Krim. What if you could shoot and kill
Out
Krim?
of ammo. Are you sure that you can't? Because that sounds like a thing that this game would let you do.
I don't think you can, but...
But, yeah, like, my point is, like, most of the bosses in this game, like, they don't feel...
Chug, chug.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, isn't this where you wanted to do that fucking shit?
Yeah, I think it's here, if we can get some way to do it.
But,
maybe
yeah,
it was
the bosses... Yeah, it might have been back there on that door. Or maybe it's this door. Oh, maybe it's this. You get up on there.
I want to do it once for old time's sake, but...
But,
I also don't know if any of this shit is fixed in the action pack, too.
I don't think there's a whole lot fixed in the action pack, to be honest.
There it is.
But, yeah, to finally fucking bring this point home.
Oh, fuck. I couldn't even jump. This is way too chuggy right here.
Yeah. To finally bring my fucking point home, just the bosses don't have enough length to them to feel like climactic enough for what they're trying to be. Like they're using them as like kind of, you know, like end points to the chapters per se. But they're like they just usually don't feel like a big enough event for what they are. And that's not like a Twinsanity thing. It's actually a pretty thoroughbred Crash Bandicoot thing. Like most Crash games do that. Like I would say bosses that feel like they're good climaxes for their section of the game.
There it is.
Few and far. Yep.
Anyway.
But yeah, they like Crash 4 still like I think Crash 4's bosses are way too easy. Like, They don't.
I think the engine
for
one
a-
is kind of a pain in the fucking ass.
Well, I guess, but like for a game whose difficulty is so firmly grounded in attrition and like quickly retrying the segments and like getting better, they give you way too generous of checkpoints in the bosses, I think. So like I'm not saying never give any, but like the Cortex fight, for instance, at the end, well, spoilers, the end of the Crash Bandicoot game, you fight Cortex. Um, that one, like, it feels like it takes like a lot of the stakes out of it because like if you die, you just start exactly what you just did again.
I like how they just all that shit to go get her, and all she had to do was Fonzie it.
Yeah. See, there it was. Should have been 2 new dimensions. Okay, you remember that shit I was saying before about how like nobody on the team seems to be able to remember what was what when?
Yeah.
This is one of them. Because like there are like 3 or 4 different versions from different people where it's like, oh, evil Crash was actually Crash, and going into this dimension fucks with you, and it changes you, and it's not a different alternate character. It's just Crash but evil because he's in the 10th dimension. And then there's this version where it's evil Crash is just a different person from Crash from this dimension, and then it's like there's another one where it's like, oh, Crash is normal, but Cortex got changed to good, but evil Crash is a separate person. But you gotta fix Cortex and make him evil again so that he knows what he's doing. And then, like, they couldn't really seem to figure out what the fucking... Ew. It looks like a giant prolapsed ass.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You just had to say it.
I did. It legitimately looks like you're climbing through a colon right now.
That's basically how I feel about all of Twinsanity.
But yeah, like they couldn't get it consistent what the 10th dimension shit is. And then that's all. A lot of people give me shit for this opinion, but that is the funniest fucking thing to me. Is that Twinsanity set that up where they're like, daughter, niece, and like one of the, I don't remember who it was. They're like, we put that in so that like later developers could play with the idea, and I'm like,
And nobody cared.
nobody gave a shit. Like they gave it to Radical, and they're like, yeah, it's just his niece.
Oh fuck.
Like it's the funniest fucking thing to me that they just took it and they were like, yeah, she's his
It
niece.
just went nowhere.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good song too.
Yeah, I like pretty much all the ones in Twinsanity Island.
I don't like the main theme.
Oh fuck you! I like that one.
I already forgot how it goes actually, even though we just heard it.
No, oh that one. No, that's not the main. That's not. I wouldn't call that the main theme.
Of
That's just the
of Twinsanity Island.
of this hub. No, because there's like a part that says Twinsanity Island that's got its own song.
Well, I'll let you know
That's just kind of like the lab, the inverted lab.
I'm talking about the whoa.
Yeah,
whatever
no, that one's
crap was. Fuck, whatever that crap is, I don't like.
The one I like is the one that's like
Oh my god, this.
you
Well,
got.
not
I think
even-
you got to jump.
Well, yeah, but I keep bopping.
Because the physics on this are fucking dog shit.
Yeah. Why? Why? What the fuck? What am I supposed to do? This is like the worst checkpoint. It doesn't like. Okay.
There you
alright,
go, you
here.
did it. But you're probably gonna bonk it again. On the same nitro.
Yeah, it's one of these situations. Oh my god. This sucks. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
but the main thing that I was talking about is the one that starts out with the fucking, like, I guess you'd call them drums or hats or whatever, where the guy's just like that
Oh
one.
yeah, boom boom chickadee boom. Yeah, it's like kind of that. God, why is this clipping so loud sounding?
Okay, they just went away.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh
wonder
my
if
god, do you
I
think that
wonder if
part? Do you think that part in Crash 4 where you follow Cortex is supposed to be a reference to this?
the thing I was gonna say is I wonder if Fake Crash skating on Nina, if that's like they just recorded some input of Crash riding
Oh, like that,
Cortex down this.
like that shit you were doing the other day for that game we haven't announced yet.
Yeah. And then they just change the models,
Yeah, possibly.
or if it's actually something needlessly complicated.
Man, Evil Crash is a bro. He got rid of those nitros for you. I wonder if it's possible to fucking completely go over that crystal.
How are they already gone? Like, what is the implication of where they went already?
I don't know. I think
Because
they...
I was right up their ass.
See, that's the kind of shit that, like... I don't know. As a kid, that didn't fucking stand out as much to me as it does now. But, like, when I look at it now, I'm like, God, that is fucking awfully fucking done. Like, I don't think we would even let that ship. And granted, we're not on a time scale like they are, where they gotta fucking do it by X date or whatever, but...
And they don't really, they just kind of doing it for the check.
There's also, like...
In their.
I don't know how much credit I want to give to this being true. This song that's about to start, by the way, is the one I was talking about. But,
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah,
much...
this one's okay.
I don't know how much credit I want to get to this being a true thing, but, like, one of the designers was talking about, like, this whole last world was, like, done in, like, less than a month.
Getting really chuggy.
There they are.
I don't remember who
I
was
mean,
saying
it looks like it was at most a month.
But, like, you can kind of tell, like, the QA time that they had during development did not go to these levels. Because, don't get me wrong, I'm sure QA found all the shit. I'm just saying they didn't have time to fucking...
Like the report of bugs, they had it all. They just didn't do anything about it. They probably could have told QA to stop.
Like, like, the, like, I'm just saying, if you could see the production stuff for this game, I'm sure on the QA sheets there were a lot of things that just said known shippable.
Is that what you write for bugs that who cares?
Yeah, like known shippable, or everyone's favorite, will not fix. I'm sure other teams have their own ways of writing that, but it's all just different ways to say, nah, we ain't doing that. And it's kind of like one of those scenarios where you kind of like, someone's like, we should really do something known shippable. Don't you think we should do something known shippable? We've got known shippable. Where it's just like, we're not doing it. Oh, you did it to her. Oh, no, he fixes. Okay. Maybe that's an action pack thing, because I swear to God, he will not straighten himself out. At least on some of these. Because I remember I'd get pissed at that when I first played it. Because I would turn the thing around too fast, and he would just go, whoa, I guess I'm going to run right into him now. Or fucking go careening off the side of something.
Damn it.
Oh, does that piss you off? That pisses a lot of people off that you
When you
can't
just
like
have...
jump on shit to kill it in this.
I wasn't trying to jump on him. I just hate
I
like...
know, but like, I know you weren't trying to. Just I'm asking because you were kind of like on its
Fuck.
head.
No, what pisses me off is when you're on a time limit and you have to do a thing, but it doesn't warrant you being able to do it without
Yeah.
taking a hit. It's kind of fucking bullshit. There's
Yeah,
no way I
like,
could have
there's
waited
nothing-
for that.
Yeah, there's nothing to fucking tell him to be on cycle with the other shit. It's just hope it is. This is some fucking trash. Like that right there. I guess you can probably react to that in time, but like,
Well, I also just remember it.
yeah, but
It's just like it's just kind of locked in though, which kind of sucks. There's no way to undo that if you fuck it up.
yeah, it's just one of those things where I remember when I was playing it the first time, it took me like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fucking tries to remember not to do it, and I would always remember, oh no, not this one, when I was fucking like hitting it. And I was mad at myself for how long it took me to fucking snap myself out of it. Yeah, no. Is that something that they fixed or what? Because I swear to God, I don't remember Cortex being able to turn himself around if you put him on the wrong direction.
It was definitely fine in the Xbox version, which was like OG.
Are you gonna get the easy ass gem over here? Or are you gonna say fuck
Is it
it?
just off to the side on the beach here?
Yeah, it's like over to your right. Behind that. Behind these tit boobs. These tit boob rocks. Ha ha ha. Anything vaguely round is a boob. Ha ha ha.
I think I like that segment better than
The earlier one
the
in the
bees
first
one.
world.
Yeah. Bing.
I just realized how little you hear this song. Like, if you're not fucking around doing this shit.
We've fucking hauled ass through this game, and it's not like we were actually like mega speed running or anything.
Victor and Moritz's stronghold of evil. This is where we wrong the rights and sweep the past under the rug.
Haha, they run the same way because they're related.
You think they're just using the same universal rig animation? Because they look
Probably.
the same.
Yeah, it was like the exact same animation.
Like, in
This song is dope.
Yeah. This whole part, this part I like. It's kind of shitty in a few spots, but... And it's got the famous musical platforms.
This is where I fucking stole the word energon from.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Was there energon in here?
Yeah, it's those spheres. They got energon in them.
Oh.
Unfortunately
Oh,
for
for
me,
fuck's
I
sake.
didn't realize that they stole energon from Transformers.
Oh.
Because I didn't watch Transformers as a kid. And like the little bits I did was like the shitty ones on Cartoon Network where it looked like a fucking Teen Titans anime kind of thing. Like one of those anime adjacent shows that America tried to spit out in the 2000s.
What, like Avatar? Or not, or worse than that?
No, like you remember what Teen Titans looks like, right? Like the original
not-
show.
Not really. I didn't watch that.
It looks like, okay, you know all those books that like are like, oh, how to draw manga,
Oh,
and I say it manga because I'm making fun of the books, but like that, but more competent, where it's like, yeah, it looks like what a white person thinks anime looks like.
Anime is generally pretty just like just regular ass kind of pretty much human proportion, and then like kind of just goes fucking ape shit on the face. Fuck off, drill man. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So that was like the only kind of Transformers shit I ever saw, and I think that was like ages after this came out though, so like it doesn't even really have a bearing on what I was saying. But yeah, they ripped off Energon from Transformers, and then I ripped off Energon from this. And then, like, when I got making Energon, I was like, wow, it sure is a lot more fun to make regular Crim stuff than it is to try and figure out
Make
what the fuck
weird
Energon does.
Yeah, that's
So,
always
like,
the problem.
Energon's, like, barely even in Energon.
You somehow managed to make like 3 games out of it.
And then Energon 3 was episodic. It was going to be in 2 chunks. I just never put episode 2 out.
So you basically did the Half-Life thing
Yeah.
of making episodes and then not finishing it. We want to make episodes so it's easier to get out in time, in a timely fashion.
Yeah, but then the problem is when you finish one, starting the next one.
You gotta make them all at the same time and then just arbitrarily split them apart.
Yeah. But, I think Energon 3 is actually probably my favorite out of the 3 I made.
Fuck you.
Like, there's something about Energon 1 that even though it's like a really shittily made game and looks really ugly, there's something that, like, when you get through it, you get all the way to the end of it, it feels like you beat a game, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you get, like, that feeling like, oh, yeah, I did it. I got through something that is difficult, and it was a challenge, and it was kind of fun. Like, for as bad as it is, it feels like it earns its length, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Energon 2 I literally made in 2 weeks. And I want to be very clear, I am not
Saying
exaggerating.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, I'm not saying it came out good in 2 weeks. It's just what happened.
No, it definitely didn't come out good. But I want to be very clear, I am not exaggerating. It took me 2 weeks because I sat down and I told myself, I was very irritated even at that age with my ADD shit. So I was like, you're gonna fucking finish something. I was like, okay, me, you're right, let's make something and finish it. So I just crammed through it as fast as I could to see how fast I could do it. And it turns out about 2 weeks. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it also wasn't the worst. I like it. There were things about it that are very memorable to me, but there is also a couple of things that make it like really weird. And even though the third one is like a completely different kind of game, 2 feels like the black sheep of the 3.
I haven't played any of them.
I know you haven't, and you shouldn't. If you were gonna play any of them, 3
Are you
is probably
kidding?
the one you'd want to play. No, they're not. But yeah, if you were gonna play any of them, 3 would be the one you'd want to play, because it's the most playable. But like, it's still not amazing. There are a couple of things that are like, you can soft lock yourself, and a couple other things that are dumb.
Well, there's also a part where like you forgot to turn the.
That's in 2.
Well, I guess when you make a game in 2 weeks, it's easy to forget to turn the hurt code back on.
Yeah. Yep. But that one will always have a place in my heart, though, because I killed off Aku at the end of it, and then
Really?
he's back in 3. And I don't explain why.
We were talking about fucking killing Aku once, weren't we? Just to be weird.
Like, he legit dies at the end of Energon 2, but only in the 100% ending. And then Energon 3, he's just back. Didn't really explain why. But, yeah. The other thing I wanted to say, this level that you're playing now, this is probably one of the better
Can I
final
not
levels
walk
in
in?
the series. Like, I really like this level in terms of feeling like the end of a game. Like, this feels very climactic. It's very final in the way it looks, the way it sounds, the way it feels. It's very oppressive, but it is also at the end of a 3-hour game.
Yeah, I mean we are literally like 3 hours in. Actually, since we started recording, not actual playing.
Yeah, because there were a couple of like 8 or 9 minute pauses where we took breaks between the fucking episodes.
Speaking of that, we're almost getting to the end of one here.
You want to just fucking cut it at the next checkpoint?
Yeah, because we want to have enough to make the last part a part.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's gonna end up being a thing.
But
So this one might be a little shorter, by like 5-ish minutes maybe. Should we cut? Should we cut it? Should we cut it here?
Yeah,
like-
I would say just so that the ending is like all one piece, and we
Yeah.
don't have to put out like a chode episode that's got like
Yeah.
3 minutes of stuff.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take a break here, and then we're gonna come back and just finish it out. I think is the plan. So we'll see everybody then.